Hello everyone! In this video I wanted to share my setup for my iPhone in order to give you some tips and maybe new ideas how you can improve your productivity and remove all those distractions in the phone. First of all, I apologize for the quality because I use my iPhone to record videos for this blog, and since I'll be demonstrating, I cannot record myself, so I'm using the MacBook Pro camera, and that is why the quality is so-so, but still it's a good video to watch. If you have iPhone and if you have an Android phone, that's completely fine because I bet there are more customization options in those devices as well. And right, guys, let's start. So first of all, let me share the screen of my phone so you can see it. So I think the biggest problem that we face nowadays is too much information, and too much information that we can't possibly absorb anymore, and it causes us FOMO, depression, anxiety, and many other things that people before us didn't know about. It wasn't that common. And I think phone became one of the most important things, like gadgets in our life. I think I watched Elon Musk talk about it, and he said that it's basically our extension, like our third arm, that we're not aware of it. But once we go outside the house and we forget our phone, we feel like some part of us is missing. So this is what he refers to. So I think it's a very interesting insight. So what, you can say like, show me your phone and I'll show who you are. So I really believe it, and I think we need to optimize the gadgets so they could serve us and not we them. I hope that's said correctly. All right, so let's see. The first thing I'm going to show is my screen. So the lock screen. I'm using colors like that are very calm and not bright. To me, it helps like focus. I'm trying to remove all those bright colors that are distracting me from the ideas, because once I reach out my phone, I have some idea on my mind. So there's something that I want to look at over the web, or I want to read something, or I want to insert a task in the Notion through automation, all that stuff. And when I open, I get distracted by the colors of the shiny apps. For example, like Instagram, it's shiny. It has a shiny icon on purpose. So by removing all that and making all the apps look the same, we psychologically we're removing this distraction of the colors and how they affect us. So here you can see I'm just using like four easy widgets. The first one to the left, it shows me the weather. Then I have the battery indicator. Then I have a map in case I'm on the street. I want to easily navigate, so I can click on the map, and from there I can easily find the place where I need to go. And the right one is using camera to translate. So I'm living in a foreign country. Sometimes I don't understand what is written in the menu or in some place. So I just, in these cases, I just take my phone, I click on this button, I take a screenshot, and then Google translates the information for me. So this is the lock screen. Now, if we open, I'll lock the phone. Here you can see my setup. I changed it a bit throughout the time, but this one is kind of my default for now on. Let's start first of all with colors. You can see that all the icons have the same colors, so I don't need to be distracted by the colors. So the gray icons, they show automations. They show the automations that is like not opening an app, but actually doing something. So I just mark them in a different color. for my personal preferences. And if we look at the 4 icons at the bottom, they are my main methods of communication. So the first one is the phone, then I have the SMS, and SMS I use mostly as a two-factor authentication method in all of the websites. And I don't use it to text people. I think most of us already forgot about texting messages because we have other tools such as WhatsApp and Telegram. And these are the second tools that I have here and here. Now, let's go to the top of the screen. So first of all, you can see that I'm not using the widgets. Now, I used them before, but to me, they bring more distractions than actual benefit. Because again, we want to gain the control over the device, and not device shows us the information that we don't want at that point of time. For example, if you invest in stocks and you invest long term, it doesn't matter if the stock went up or went down yesterday or today. It doesn't matter. So I don't want to see this information. It doesn't bring me any value. It's super distracting. So I remove it. The same applies, for example, if I use weather. I don't need like a full widget of weather showing me. I don't need that. If I lock my screen and then I look at it, I can see to the left, I have the icon of weather and it shows me 18 degrees now. Amazing. I don't need more than that. And if I do, I click on it. So there's a big difference. And the difference is getting the information as push. I make the decision, I want to get the information, or pull. Sorry. Push is when somebody pushes the information to me and I don't necessarily want it. So widgets do that. But pull information is you take the control and make a decision to gain more information if you are interested at that point of time. So that's like a little system that I use, and it helps me to focus, to keep myself more productive during the work and during free time. When I spend time with my friends or family, this is also very important because I'm not interested if the stock goes up or down. When I'm hanging around in the park with my family, I just want to check what's the weather or something like that. You know what I mean? So let's look at the upper part. So first of all, we have the calendar. Pretty obvious. We need our calendar to see what's the schedule for the day. And then I have the maps in case I want to navigate. Next to the maps, I have the taxi. So I'm gonna mark it like this. So the taxi, it's just a default app. You can use Uber, you can use different kinds of apps. And once I click on it, it basically does the automation. So it's not directly opening the app. It loads automation that opens the app. Okay, so it takes 1 more second or something like that. So it could be a bit annoying, but the benefit of it is that you're getting clear head while looking at the apps and make proper decisions. So for example, if I decide to click on the taxi app, I click on it and then you can see the shortcuts is loading, and then the app opens itself. So here you can see that's the tool that I'm using for all of this, which is Apple Shortcuts. And we're gonna get back to it afterwards, and I will show you exactly how I create this type of a setup for iPhone. And if you don't have the patience, just skip the video, no problem. So then I have the photos. You know, when we don't have a connection to the internet or something like, I don't know, a plane, it's a good opportunity to sort all of your thousands of photos. So I use that for photos. Then I have the internet, the most important one. Audiobooks, I use Audible. Just click on it and instantly I get access to the latest audiobook that I'm listening. Sport, when I wake up, I want to exercise, I click on sport and it loads the app that I'm using and it gives me automatically the exercises that I need to do. It's very instantaneous, it's very easy, and in my personal experience, like the less obstacles I have to work out, the more I work out. So if it's at home, if I have the app that opens up and gives me exercises instantly, there is basically no more excuses left to not do it, unless I'm very, 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 very lazy at that day. But besides that, no. Then I have the knowledge. So knowledge is basically, it's my Notion. If I click on knowledge, I open my Notion, and then I can review all the most important things. I just don't want to open this up now because I'm thinking about making videos separate for Notion. So I don't want to confuse it too much. It's supposed to be a short video about only iPhone setup. And then we have the four automations that behave differently. So for the weight, I'm using some basic Xiaomi weight scale, and it's connected to app called Zep. And every time I want to weight myself, I want the data to be recorded in the Zep app, so I need to open the app. So when I click on it, it opens the app. I don't weigh 57 kilograms. This is a mistake. Let's go back. Now, the blood pressure, I'm measuring blood pressure from time to time. And when I click on it, it asks for all the data. I click on the data, insert the data, and then all the data goes to Apple Health. The same applies to the weight. So basically, I want all the data in one place, which is Apple Health. And from Apple Health, I can use automation to export this data to Notion, to other places. You can decide on your own. But if you use iPhone, it's very, very easy to store all your health-related data in one place, which is the Health app. Then we have the ChatGPT, of course. If I click on it, it just opens browser and enters ChatGPT, so I get instantly to my account. So in case I want to ask ChatGPT something, I can use this automation. There are other automations that can ask you, for example, like Siri, but it does not give me the specific control I need. I want to go directly into ChatGPT account, and I want to adjust it, to make changes, and all that stuff. So I want to keep the functionality there. That is why I'm going just directly to the ChatGPT website and not using third-party tools that charge you money for no reason. And then we have the most, after the internet, is the most important automation, add to Notion. And by using this, I'm adding all my ideas, all my tasks, all the things that come to my mind. I just I unload my brain capacity with this. So I just want to show you a really quick example. If I click on add to Notion, there's a text, and I can create a task idea. For example, idea, check if there is a demand for hot dogs in Australia. I have no idea. Okay, if there's a demand, I just want to open a hot dog stand there, whatever. So I click on done, and then I can categorize it. So what did I just wrote? So was it a quote, some interesting quote that I heard on the TV or on the YouTube, and I want to add it to my knowledge library in Notion? Is it something that I need to read to watch? Is it an idea? In this case, it's an idea. But also, if it's we have four things. Knowledge is something that goes to my knowledge database. Everything stored in Notion. To do is something that I actually need to get done, and I need to insert it in my calendar later on. And insights and projects, it's business related. So in our case, we'll choose ideas. And after 1 or 2 seconds, it's done. The task is already waiting for me in the Notion. At the end of the day, I open the Notion and I can review all the tasks and delegate them, put them in the calendar, put them in the knowledge system. It's very, very simple, and yet it's very, very efficient. It helped me a lot in my productivity, in my personal life, in my business, everywhere. So this is something that I would personally recommend to everyone to implement. Now, you don't have to use Notion, you don't have to use iPhone, you can use any other system, but the idea is quick. It's called quick capture. And this is something that is being mentioned in the book Second Brain, about building your second brain as a digital knowledge library and database that has everything that your brain cannot store together. So I would recommend this. Now, something that I don't personally like is when this is basically off topic, but if you use iPhone, something that I really hate with the update is that I have all these apps here to the right, and you can see a bunch of colors, and it gets me very, very distracted. And there's no actual way at this moment to remove it. So yeah, that's a big issue currently in the iPhone. But besides that, I think that's about it. That's what I wanted to show you. If you have any better ideas how to organize iPhone setup or phone setup, if you have some ideas for the automations, just let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna finish this video with showing you how to create this automation. So the first thing that we need to do is open shortcuts, and then we would like to create new automation. So we're gonna click on the plus icon at the top right corner. We're gonna name it. For example, let's use WhatsApp. Yep. And as the next step, I'm gonna use Open App, which is already showing me other suggestions. Super easy. The idea of shortcuts is that you will be able to do this even if you don't have a single clue in coding. Now, here we're gonna choose the app. So I'm gonna choose WhatsApp. And I'm gonna click on done. And that's it. We created the automation. Simple as that. Now, we do want to customize. So I'm gonna click next to the automation that I've created. There are 3 dots. I'm gonna click on them. And then at the top, I'm gonna click on the down arrow. I'm gonna use choose icon. And I'm gonna give it a color. Then I'm gonna change the icon to a message, for example. And I also want to rename it. Give it WA, short and simple. I'm gonna click on done. Again, 3 dots, down arrow, and you have here at the bottom, add to home screen. I'm gonna click on this, preview it, click on the button add, and you can see that the button is here. And if I click on it, it automatically opens the WhatsApp. Simple as that. So that was about all the things that I wanted to go over. If you like the video, please like. If you have any other interesting ideas to share, write them in the comments. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next videos. Bye.